not. That doesn't make sense.
I actually
They're
texted you that.
currently not streaming. Oh. Okay, so now we are.
I touched
Should
nothing.
we start over?
Oh, how weird.
I did literal nothing to fix this. I started looking at the problem and it fixed itself. It says I've got
Interesting.
17 minutes of history on YouTube. I don't know what's going on.
So
I
now
just pulled up YouTube on my
Oh, hi,
browser. It says we
guys.
only have 30 seconds.
Hi.
hello, friends.
Good morning, YouTube.
So we're talking about Primeval Worlds, Stitch's Great Escape, and Rivers of Light not coming back. You didn't miss much.
I beg to differ. I made a very funny joke, and y'all missed it.
Y'all missed a live, but you guys can go back to check that out. To check out our first little discussion that we had, talking basically about all the closures, not closures, all the postponed things that are happening at Epcot.
Postponement, cancellation. It's the same thing when it
Same
comes
thing
to
when it
Disney
comes
World.
to Disney, you
I-
think?
I have one thing to add here.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a criticism of Disney, I think. I think they announce things too early. They shouldn't announce things like this until they have funding secured, like it's set up and it's ready and they're about to start building it.
So I feel the exact same way. Right now there is a roller coaster being built, or it
just
has already been built at Universal's Islands of Adventure here in Orlando, and the NBC Universal has not said one thing about that. They haven't said anything. They haven't promised that it's going to open.
Yeah.
They haven't even mentioned anything.
Yeah.
Like, everything that we apparently know about this roller coaster is because of what we see, and we can tell it's a roller coaster. And that's pretty much it. Oh, and it's in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. That's all we know. But if Disney would just kind of like hush sometimes, just do what you got to do, and then later on kind of like tell us that, hey, like it's gonna open, and like think about what that would do. Like, what a surprise would it be for Disney to be like, hey, there's a new attraction opening and you guys can see it in like 6 months.
Yeah.
Instead of like, hey, you guys can see it in 6 years. Like they like to do for D23. That it's like D23 is such a big event that they like announce these big projects and everything and this and that. And by the time that it opens up, like everything's just like not what it was gonna be. And I say this with Toy Story Land. Like, I enjoy Toy Story Land for what Toy Story Land is, but I also see the faults in it, and I see the concept art, and I see, you know, what it was supposed to be. And, you know, by the time it opened up, it was a fraction of what they said it was gonna be. Spencer, what were you gonna say?
The same thing happened with Galaxy's Edge. Like, they promised that we'd have roam around droids, and they promised the dinner show and the third attraction, and it all got cut.
Yeah.
And right now, we are building something behind our Space Mountain. I don't know what it is.
Ooh.
I'm legitimately curious what it is, but OLC hasn't said anything yet. There's like a structure that has gone up. There's like steel in the air, and there's like a clear site right next to it. I don't know what it is.
Oh.
And they haven't said anything. They haven't said there's a theater. It's called Showbase that they're replacing soon. They've built the new theater. We know that it's all moving. Like, we know the cast members are going to move when the new Fantasyland finally opens. But they haven't said like, oh, we're going to build this new thing here yet. They haven't even said that it's officially closed. It's just there.
So
they aren't trying to overpromise anything.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit different here, I guess, because we know about Fantasy Springs we knew about Fantasy Springs before they started building it, and we knew about New Fantasyland before they started building it. But we're not announcing projects like 6 years in advance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what was it with Pandora? It was announced in, 2012, and it took them 5 years to build it? Something like that?
Yeah,
it also
something.
makes you not as excited because you're like, well, why am I getting excited about something that's going to be so far away? Like, I'd rather hear something and then, like, be able to look forward to it in a more manageable state of mind.
Like,
I think part of it is Disney. It's different for Disneyland and for Universal, any Universal really, because Disney World is like this destination, and you plan for years to come to Disney World if you're, not us.
Yeah.
You plan for a year or 2 years to come to Disney World, so they want to tell people like, hey, in a year or 2 years, you should come at this time so that you can see what's coming here. And there's certainly a balance that they could meet with that, because a lot of these projects you could still announce them a year or 2 years ahead rather than 3 or 4. Like with the Festival Center, it could have been like, hey, in a year and a half, you're going to have this pretty Festival Center, and also we're going to change Spaceship Earth, and there's going to be a play. Like, this all could have been done now.
Yeah.
Instead of a year or two ago.
Yeah. And it kind of sucks, because obviously no one knew, no one knew COVID-19 was going to be what it is, or what it was, kind of thing, and the effects that had on the Disney company, now and going forward, because I truly believe it is going to be affecting how things are going to be done, going forward now, which sucks. But yeah, no, I totally agree with you. Question for all of you. So Spence, what do you think is going to happen back there? Because, let's see here.
Oh, God.
DZ Studios says it's a home on the rangeland.
Ooh.
Home on the rangeland. It's funny that DZ said that, though. Because I joked about it once with my roommate, but the more that I thought about it, the more I was like, man, Splash Mountain in Disneyland can be Princess and the Frog, but if they really want to stick an IP in there, Home on the Range for here, like, I feel like it'll fit a lot better.
If it wasn't such a god-awful movie, then sure.
Hey, you can yodel your way all the way down the...
Yodeling!
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh, man. But yeah, what do you think? Is it an attraction, or do you think it's like a new land?
It's not big enough to be a new land. There's been so many people who've talked about, like, oh, Galaxy's Edge would fit back there. I don't think that we're getting Galaxy's Edge, at least yet. Okay. I think that we just got New Fantasyland, and we're about to get Fantasy Springs. We're not about to get another new land.
Gotcha.
I think it could be a ride. The plot they have set up now is a little small, but there's a lot of parking lot back there that they could expand into. They could be doing like some kind of foundation stuff, or building a new power center for the new thing or whatever. Mm-hmm. It could be anything. It's a small structure right now, and it just butts up against the bus station. Maybe it's a new multi-story bus terminal. I don't know. It could be something lame like that.
Yeah. I feel you.
It could be something fun. It could be something just like, oh, it's a new office or a power center or a multi-story bus terminal.
Yeah. Well, here's to hoping it's something
you
cool.
Never know.
Yeah. Honestly.
For in 20 years when we finally are able to travel again.
Oh, man. After
I'll see you all in Japan for my retirement party.
After doing those live streams with Spencer, man, I'm like, oh, I want to get over there more now than ever. Like, oh, my gosh, they were so good.
I'm sorry, Wolf.
No, it was cool though. You know what's not cool though?
What?
One thing that I've been waiting for. When Disney Plus was announced,
yes,
they got me on board when they were like, Marvel was gonna have shows on Disney Plus.
Yes.
That are gonna connect to the MCU.
Okay.
So excited for that.
After they canceled all the ones that were on Netflix?
Yeah, after they canceled those. Whatever. Honestly, I think I watched like 2 shows. Other than that, I didn't watch much of those.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that it wasn't connected. And I was like, I get it, but I don't care. Like, it's not. We're never gonna see these people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Rude.
Yeah, I just
If
thought
you're
that.
not in the MCU, you're not worth my time.
Well, honestly speaking, like, I went to go
Eric's
see
like, yeah.
X-Men Dark Phoenix, I think it was. I went to go see that, and only because I've seen all the X-Men movies, but I was like, okay, this is gonna be the last one. Can we just hurry this up?
Yeah.
Like, make it bad, because we know it's gonna be bad.
Get it over with.
It's like, just make it bad so then MCU can take over from here. But something that's not cool, Falcon and the Winter Soldier
Yeah.
is now postponed. It's rescheduled. We don't know what the reschedule is going to be, like the day, but it was supposed to fall, no pun intended, it was supposed to fall in fall to 2020. And now that apparently will not be the case.
Has it not been filmed? Is it finished filming?
So, as of right now, I'm not totally sure if it's been finished.
Okay.
So earlier this year, before Corona, they were filming in Puerto Rico, and they had to postpone filming in Puerto Rico because of earthquakes. When all that was happening in Puerto Rico. And then they had to postpone again because of COVID-19.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, oh man. But then, I don't know, like it's a good thing and a bad thing, I guess, at the same time. Because all the movies have now been postponed.
Yeah.
And kind of pushed back. And if these movies are supposed to flow into the MCU, like Kevin Feige said, it kind of makes sense to push these back.
Yeah.
The biggest one that I'm very concerned about is WandaVision. WandaVision was supposed to be impacted directly by Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And now Doctor Strange has been pushed, but then as of right now, WandaVision was still going to come out, I think in December.
Yeah.
But this movie's now pushed back, I think, late 2021 or early 2022.
Okay.
So it's like, it's really weird. If it's supposed to be directly affected by it, just push it back.
Yeah.
As much as it sucks, because I'm excited for that. I really, really am. But
See, I mean, is it me, Spencer? Are you a Marvel person?
he is not. If I'm
He's
not.
not. Okay. I couldn't remember if it was.
I'm not
I'm
mistaken.
a casual Marvel person.
Yeah.
Then it was
but I don't,
Tyler who
like,
was very
obsess over the
adamantly
MCU.
not.
Yes, Tyler was very adamant.
Yeah,
Not.
I'm just.
Spencer, yeah, just a
I'm
little bit.
like, take it or leave it.
Uh-huh.
I watch the movies. I don't really watch the TV shows or any of the supplementary material.
Yeah.
But I totally understand here. Maybe what they'll do instead with WandaVision is they'll move whatever arc that was supposed to be affected by the new Doctor Strange movie to the next season.
Oh, no.
You know, maybe they'll just write something different and then push that arc on to whenever the movie gets released.
But didn't we just cover on our first episode the fact that they cast Evan Peters in an episode of WandaVision?
Yes, Evan Peters is casted in WandaVision.
And wasn't that like recent?
Correct.
So.
From what reports are saying, he filmed his sections in December.
Okay.
But for WandaVision.
Okay.
The thing is that we don't know what it is. And if you guys did not see that episode, you guys can check it out. But yeah, we don't know what his role is, which is the thing.
Yeah.
Because having WandaVision come right after or right before the Multiverse of Madness, which WandaVision is, or not WandaVision, which Wanda is supposed to be a part of as well, is the reason why there's so many speculations of multiverses in WandaVision.
Every time you say WandaVision,
Yeah.
I know it's not right.
Yeah.
I think it's something having to do with the Fairy Odd Parents.
WandaVision. WandaVision.
I think it's like a
WandaVision,
spin-off with,
WandaVision.
about Wanda.
It's WandaVision. Bop.
I know it's not, like, I'm aware of what it's
Okay,
about,
you
but
know-
just every time I hear it, that's what I picture.
You know what's sad is I would actually watch that.
Oh, man. Oh, guys, I'm excited. like we said last week.
Yeah.
We were talking about the Star Wars trilogy, the last Star Wars trilogy. Well, look what is happening.
Last week?
Look what is happening now. Star Wars: The Bad Batch.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just chime in real quick and say, has anyone else misread this a few times?
I'm assuming yes. But once you read it, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about the last 3 trilogies. I mean, the last 3
Yeah.
movies. For,
Oh.
which ones? They're talking about these 3. It's
The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi,
The Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens, and Rise of Skywalker.
Of Skywalker.
No,
Those are gonna be the Bad Batch.
that's not right, Wolf.
That's not.
No, it's a new animated series that will follow the Bad Batch of clone troopers that were introduced in the Clone Wars.
Boo! I like Wolf's idea better.
It's not about the last movies. They're not recalling it the Bad Batch.
No, it's about clone troopers.
Anyways, so you know what is exciting?
Eric, if it makes you feel any better, Eric, I liked your idea better.
Right? That's what I thought it was. I thought it was that. I thought they finally embraced it, and they're like, okay, guys, it makes sense. It's like the original trilogy, the prequels, and then the Bad Batch. Like, that's what they were just gonna call it.
But let's be honest, the prequels could probably be lumped into there too.
It might just be everything.
It's just everything that wasn't made in the 70s, early 80s.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, this is totally random, but I wanted to let the world in on this if they don't know it exists. Did you ever watch the behind-the-scenes prank that they did on Harrison Ford while he was filming Temple of Doom?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, God.
So I don't know who. Steven Spielberg did those movies, right?
Yes.
So he's friends with George Lucas, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's during the scene in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom that he's being whipped.
Uh-huh.
And all of a sudden, Barbara Streisand comes in and starts yelling at him. You can watch it online. It's very bad quality. And then out of nowhere, one of the guys, the turbans comes in and covers him from being whipped by Barbara Streisand. This actually exists. I'm not making this up.
What?
And then all of a sudden Harrison Ford's like, who is that? And all of a sudden you just hear someone who loves you, and it's Carrie Fisher. And it was just a giant prank that everyone was having on Harrison Ford. And I don't know where Barbara Streisand fit into this. I understand Carrie Fisher and all that. I don't know why Barbara Streisand was getting in on the action, but she was dressed like a dominatrix and yelling at him because of all the films that he was in that were doing so well.
What?
It's crazy. You gotta watch it.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my
That
God.
sounds so weird. Oh, man. Oh, gosh.
Anyway, I just wanted to, that has nothing to do with any show notes or
you're
anything.
good.
I just thought everyone should know this exists.
That's so funny, though.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I don't even know how to
I
do
threw
that.
everyone off.
So,
Can I just say real quick that I'm
Yeah.
sad that I don't get show cards and you two do. I'm very bitter about this.
we're gonna have to send you some cards.
I mean, with the amount of stuff that Tom bought you, he could probably ship you a few cards.
No, things come from that way this way.
Yeah, it's not a thing that
Not
works.
in this way that way.
It's sad how painfully true that is.
Oh,
I lost
man.
a box of stuff somewhere in the abyss that is that office, and I'm very sad.
We'll find it. We'll find it
Julie,
for
I
you.
have the video for this.
You have a video?
Yeah.
Should we play it?
Well, here we go.
It's very bad quality, but
Well, this was in
Great.
1983. Is that Barbara?
no, that's Barbara Streisand, yeah.
No, it's not 4K. It's 2D, 2.5D. What in the world? For all the money you make
on Return of the Jedi. Yes, Carrie, get it.
This is too good.
He's so confused.
I would be too. What? And Barbara Streisand just keeps on. Just keeps on.
Come on, America.
What?
Wild, right?
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Carrie Fisher was like, I'll do it, but I want to kiss him.
oh my gosh. So you guys know I'm a big Disney animation person. I love Disney animation, love Pixar animation. But, you know, like, something that I really do feel, especially with the Renaissance era of Disney animation, what makes these movies, I feel, are the music. And, you know, we have Howard Ashman and, oh, I forget his name now that I'm setting this up.
Right.
Alan Menken.
Alan Menken. Thank you. To thank for all those wonderful songs, and you know, and it's such a cool thing to be able to finally get, you know, Howard Ashman's story.
Yeah.
And so Disney Plus is going to be debuting Howard on August 7th. And I love this tagline that they have on the top. Like, he gave a mermaid her voice and a beast his soul. Like, what in the world?
It just makes you want to cry.
Right? Like, oh my gosh. But I just love this. Oh man. Ben, I totally forgot to give you the link to this trailer. But if you can find it for us.
If he could find that video, he could find the Howard trailer.
I do know it's on the Disney Plus official YouTube channel. So if you can't find that, please and thank you. My fault.
And if you can find the Howard the Duck trailer and play that instead, that would be even better.
No, not that Howard.
Oh, we can compare and contrast. I like that.
Two different Howards.
But I'm such a big fan of this music and the music that he wrote.
Yeah.
And Alan Menken, like, I still listen to the concert that he did for D23. But this is just amazing.
Combination of Howard Ashman
and you get like interviews and you get footage and photos.
The amount of times I've watched that recording of Jodie Benson in The Little Mermaid.
This one right here.
Yeah.
For Beauty and the Beast. Look at that. You have Angela Lansbury in the back there. Them two.
In 9 months, Howard would be gone.
And it's some powerful stuff. Like they talk about the fact that he had AIDS and the fact that he didn't tell Alan until it was pretty much until he had only months to live.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited. I'm so proud of Disney to do this and to have this story being told by them.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing. And like I said, just the people that they're gonna have on this documentary is gonna be just great.
See, this is the stuff that I want from Disney Plus, the Imagineering story, all that stuff that shows me all the footage of behind the scenes that we haven't been able to watch and see people comment on stuff. I feel like that's not all the audience that you're trying to appease, but it's a big chunk of us who are that's why want this streaming service to get
Yeah.
stuff we can't get anywhere else. Like we could have gotten like Marvel shows on Netflix, but
Yeah,
we
we
were never
could've.
going to see a behind the scenes making of
Yeah.
Disney World and Disneyland and all these amazing Renaissance classic Disney movies and
Yeah.
stuff. And it's just, that's the stuff that warms my heart. Like, it's one of the reasons Saving Mr. Banks is one of my favorite movies. I live for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love a good history. I love a good bio thing,
Uh-huh.
whether it's a biopic or a documentary.
Yeah.
I just love learning about things because people are fascinating.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Yeah. No, definitely. And it's crazy because, like...
Breaking news, people are fascinated.
Yes, and that's my words of wisdom for today. People are fascinating.
Fascinating. But the cool thing is like, Disney is kind of understanding that. Like, they did this whole behind the scenes of The Mandalorian. And at least for, like, us movie fans, you know, and us, like, TV show fans and stuff like that. Like, the behind the scenes of The Mandalorian. Fascinating stuff. I haven't finished it. I've seen one or two episodes. I haven't seen The Mandalorian either. I'm just not interested, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I was interested in hearing how, you know, they did all this and the practical effects that they're going back to instead of using green screens and blah 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 and all this
Yeah.
other stuff. They did the behind the scenes for Frozen 2 as well. And they're doing them in these, like, documentary styles.
Yeah.
Which yeah, like, I would love to see them do it with, like, maybe like Disney Legends. Like, take a Disney legend and, like, do a whole, like, thing about
Yeah.
them. You know, kind of thing. Like, that would be such a fascinating thing to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like, I'm so excited for Howard.
Yeah.
Really, really excited for that. Spencer, what are your thoughts? You got any?
This is what the strength is of Disney Plus. You have this audience that is craving Disney content, and you can appeal to the casual viewer with this, because you could be scrolling through Disney Plus and be like, oh, this is the guy who wrote the songs for The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast. Those are my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
Why don't I watch this? You know, these aren't things that we would have... Things like the making of The Mandalorian and the making of Frozen 2, you know, at the most they would have ended up as bonus features on the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
You know, in the old days. You wouldn't have seen these online. You would have had to buy the physical edition. But now they get, like, this front and center spot on Disney Plus. And the same goes for things like the Imagineering story and Howard. These aren't things that would have been made without Disney Plus, because there just wasn't a place for them. You can't put the Imagineering story on TV. There's no real channel for it except maybe ABC, I guess. You know,
But
you
even
can't
then, I feel like
if you put Howard on...
They start thinking
You
about,
put
like,
Howard on TV,
viewers
they're gonna-
and viewer numbers if they would have put it on, like, ABC.
Well, yeah, because you have to justify the ad revenue, and you have to justify the cost that people are paying to put their commercials up. With Howard, it would have ended up, like, you know, on Stars, and then would have played for eternity on the History Channel late at night or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, now it's getting its own real audience, and you get to do these stories justice.
Yep.
Because they get their own, like, front and center place on Disney Plus.
No, I love it.
You know why I'm excited about this is, I'm going to get a little serious for a second, is that I truly believe that there's no greater thing that you can do than taking someone who's admired, no matter who they are, and humanizing them and showing the world that human part of them and the struggles they did and went through and everything. Because I feel like us as a society in general, we get very caught up in, like, the, you know, what's like the smoke and mirrors of things. And a lot of people's then self-esteems and their thoughts go way down because you're viewing things on such a
Like
superficial level.
Yeah.
And then, like, you do things like this where you look at, like, how much work went into things and just really humanizing a human being, and you can relate to that. And I think that that's what's really, really important, and I really wish Disney would even do this more.
Yeah.
Because especially, like, someone just said in the chat about, like, because he was like, I'm not going to call anyone out,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like about him being gay and his struggles in that, and especially showing that to people of an older generation who may not be like understanding of that, and just showing these are real life struggles that are happening.
Yeah.
You know, it's very, very important, and and I think it's more important that it's rooted in real life and it's not just a make pretend story. You know.
Yes.
And I think that's very important for all generations to see. And I think it pulls all generations because of the classic factor of what we're covering with these films that he worked on and stuff. And yeah, that's all.
Yeah, no. And it's such a cool thing, you know, to see, like Spencer said also, to be able to see this film, to be able to see this documentary, and maybe people love, you know, Beauty and the Beast or Little Mermaid or, you know, stuff like that, and not even know.
Yeah.
Like they might think that all of it was done just by Alan Menken.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, like he had a partner.
Yeah.
He had a partner in Little Shop of Horrors. Like it was, you know, they've worked together for such a long time.
Yeah.
And just the magic, pun intended, the magic that they made together as a team can't be beat.
No,
You know, kind of
true.
thing. And I love Alan Menken, but he lost a big part of that connection that he had, that magic that he had at that time. Like he still does amazing work.
Yeah.
But it's in a different level
Yeah.
than when he was with Howard.
That's a special relationship between, you know, composers and music and lyrics and all that. That's a very special relationship between people, and when those people work together very well, amazing things happen.
Yeah.
Amazing things.
Yep. All right.
This is, I want to go back to what Jilly said just real quick. I would love to see them do humanizing portraits of Walt. We see like this very whitewashed, very clean image of Walt Disney. Even in Saving Mr. Banks, they didn't really acknowledge very much how exactly he screwed over P.L. Travers.
Correct.
I'd love to see them, you know, I don't think they ever will just because of how they treat Walt as like the ideology of the company. But I would love to see them like officially acknowledge things like the studio strike, for example, or other moments where maybe Walt wasn't necessarily the good guy in some situations, and make it like, hey, you know, everyone's human.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I definitely, I think that would be something amazing to do.
Yeah.
And I know that there's books, you know, that delve deeper into those subjects and stuff. And personally, I don't know those books, but I will say that I'll reach out to those people that do know. Tom, you know, the people on Back to the Future, you know, that are all those people that do those episodes are so knowledgeable in these subjects. That I'll definitely reach out to them, see what type of resources there are out there, and we'll let you guys know if you guys want to find out more, you know, about Walt and about, you know, just the company, and not only what, you know, what we know and what we think of when we think of Disney, but really get to know the company.
Yeah.
We'll do that for you guys. We'll let you guys know as soon as we find out stuff like that. But hey, we're gonna take a small break, go grab some snacks, grab some water. When we come back, we're gonna be talking about Disney Park exclusive Funko Pops. We're gonna be finishing up our game that we did on the marathon show, and then we're gonna be asking you guys, and we'll be sharing as well what makes us geeks. So stick around, and we'll be right back.
Dreamfinders is Dreamfinders is WDW News Today's podcast all about the creative culture surrounding Disney parks. authors, Imagineers, dancers, actors, photographers, filmmakers, and a whole lot more have all stopped by to chat about how Disney has inspired their artistic work.
But I still remember sitting in at conference tables and looking across at Michael and Jeffrey Katzenberg and this sort of little 6-year-old inside of me going, what in heaven's name is going on here?
And we're off and running, and Tony needs someone to lay it out for him. And there's no architect available. So the next thing I know, I'm laying out the pavilion.
I got to tell you, I have not enjoyed a podcast so much. It's just a warm conversation, and a warm and intelligent conversation, which you don't find that often in podcasts.
Dreamfinders. Episodes drop every other Tuesday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcatcher.
4 panelists, 30 minutes, 1 week in Disney Parks news. This is Parks Center. On Parks Center, the panel and I cover the top 7... 7? Yeah, 7 Disney Parks stories of the past week. From attraction news to transportation scandals to new food and merchandise, we'll cover it all in 30 minutes or less. You can watch us stream live every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. at WDWNtunes.com, watch episodes on demand at youtube.com/WDWNT, or subscribe to the audio version of the show on your favorite podcast app.
Let's face it, finding a good spot for fireworks or parade viewing at any park was a hassle before, and now, having to wear a mask all the time, it makes things even harder. But what if there was a safe place you can spend even more money at, to be comfortable? From the group that brought you the Smoking Characters Breakfast comes the Maskless Dessert Party. Operating from Tomorrowland Terrace, the Maskless Dessert Party is the only place in the Magic Kingdom you can remove your mask for an extended period of time and nobody will yell at you in public for it.
Will we get to take our masks off because we'll be eating desserts?
Nope, because we roped off this area just for you.
But wait, there's still people right next to me.
Well, then you'll want to get the social distance magical surcharge. Only $100 per foot added to your safe bubble. So you can be at any distance you prefer, as long as you multiply it by 100.
So for a measly party ticket and an extra $600, I can breathe Disney's air and have a place to dump the Splash Mountain merch I'm gonna put in my home?
That's right. Party treats include Mickey Mouse cookies with fondant masks, alien ice cream swirl saucers with candy sanitizer dollops, and Haunted Mansion handlebar churros. Book now to get a bonus half an inch added to your area for free.
Pressing Issues is the spin-off of the WDW News Today podcast segment as a long-form panel discussion in which some of the brightest minds of WDWNT analyze the biggest stories of the week and their impact on the Walt Disney Company, its parks, guests, and cast members. Join us every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern, live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, or afterward on the WDW News Today podcast feed.
WDW News Tonight is our weekly comedy show combining the news of the week, comedy segments, thoughtful discussions, insane characters, parody commercials, games, and more. Watch live on Thursdays at 9 p.m. and become a Wigs member to get access to a bonus post show. Watch WDW News Tonight episodes anytime and live on YouTube, or get the audio-only version on iTunes and other podcast services.
Hey guys, welcome back to Geekly Kingdom. I'm your host, Eric Wolf, and we're going to be talking a little bit about Funko Pops. We're going to be doing exclusive Funko Pops, park exclusives actually, so a little bit cool things there. But let me introduce to you guys who else is on our panel today. We got the one and only Jilly.
Hello.
And then we got my man from Japan. We got Spencer with us.
Hello? Anyone there?
Well, this time we hear you, so hey, that's a good thing.
Hello?
Hello! Hello from Florida!
Nemo!
Hello? Nemo! Carl!
So this past week, it's almost been 2 weeks now. Disney and Funko announced a new Disney Park exclusive Funko Pop.
Yes.
And it is the Jungle Cruise. Really, really cool. Congo Queen. So the cool thing about this pop, though, since it's the Congo Queen, I'm like, I wonder if they're going to come out with more and they'll just be like the different ships. Or not the ships, the different boats. I think that'll be pretty cool.
That would be cool. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. I was like, that would be kind of cool. The thing is, though, people that have ordered this pop recently and have been getting them without that Disney Park exclusive sticker, which as a Funko fan, and you want that sticker. You want that sticker. That's the thing that proves that it's a legit Funko Pop. So that's a little iffy. I haven't received mine yet. I've been having a little trouble with Shop Disney anyways, so...
Oh, just you.
Yeah. I've been having just a little bit of trouble, so I haven't received mine yet, but as soon as I do, I'll bring it in. Hopefully we'll have it for the trivia show.
Yeah.
I'll bring it in. I'll show you guys what it looks like outside of the box. But I'm excited. I'm really excited. I personally wanted this.
You're gonna open the box?
Yeah, for this one I am. Well, for this one, I normally open my Funko Pops, no lie.
How dare you?
Yeah, no lie.
The box.
I open my Funkos, and actually there's a photo when we talk a little bit about what makes us geeks. There's a photo, and we'll show you guys then. But I open them up, so I have no problem with that. And the reason why I bought this is because the Jungle Cruise is connected to Sea, and I've been wanting to start, like, collecting a bunch of Sea, kind of like inspired pieces. So yeah, I decided to get this because I haven't been collecting Disney Park exclusive Funko Pops. My roommates gave me the 4 Dapper Dans because I love the Dapper Dans. So when that came out, I was like, ooh, that looks cool. Yeah. And they were in California and were able to pick that up for me.
Yeah.
So that was really, really cool. But I haven't been collecting, the Disney Park exclusives.
Yeah.
Honestly speaking. But there's a lot. There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to see, we showcased just a little bit of them, a little bit of those park exclusive Funko Pops on our marathon show. We did one of those 13 hours for the marathon show. We played a game with Jillian Spencer, actually, about Disney Park exclusives. And guess what? We're going to play it again. Hell yeah. We're going to be playing it again because we have I believe it's half. We only did half of them, so we're doing the other half now.
Gosh, because we all know how great I was at it.
The best part is I don't have to wake up at 4:30 a.m. for it this time.
There we go. So this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to show you guys a Funko Pop.
Okay.
Park exclusive Funko Pop. Jilly, you and Spencer are going to have to figure out together what you want to say or what price you want this to be.
Okay.
And then chat, what you guys are going to say is depending on what Jilly and Spencer agree on, you guys will let us know if you think the actual value price of this Funko Pop is higher or lower than what they say. So you guys in the chat will give us that, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see who wins here. But yeah. So the value of these pops are determined by everyone in the chat gives your guesses to Eric. Yes, correct, Adam. Everyone's going to write down there if it's higher or lower than what Jilly and Spencer say. But the value of these Funko Pops are determined by the Funko Shop app.
Hold on,
so the
where are
Funko
you?
app. Shake hands. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Teamwork.
So we're gonna show you guys the first Funko Pop. And
oh, look at him. He's so handsome.
Indiana Jones.
Oh, nothing's better than the one torn sleeve Indiana Jones in Temple of Doom. I mean, if this was me, I'd price it real high.
Yeah. Well, 3.
It's 3 digits.
It's 3 digits.
All right, Spency. What do you think?
Oh, please, God, don't ever call me that again.
All right, noted. 115?
Probably. I would have said 110, so maybe 115 would work.
115?
Yeah.
115, you guys are saying?
We're locking it in.
Okay, you're locking it in.
Cut it out.
Finally.
So chat, they're saying 115. Do you guys think it's higher or lower than 115? Ooh, we got higher.
I think it's higher.
Ooh, Latin Duchess thinks lower than 115.
She's the only one.
Only one that's saying lower right now. So we'll say collectively the chat's saying higher than 115. So let's see what that price is.
What?
Ooh, 195.
Oh my God.
That's the most expensive one we've seen yet.
Who's
paying that?
That's insane. It's this
Woo!
big.
And it's one.
The
Like, all the
195.
other expensive ones have been sets.
Yeah.
And this
That's
is one.
insane. The thirst for Indiana Jones is real.
Yup. My gosh.
Jelly, would you pay $195 for one torn sleeve out of Indiana Jones?
I mean, I don't even know if I'd pay one. No, I would pay $195 with the night for the Harrison Ford. Never mind. I negate what I was gonna say.
Oh man. Well, let's go back to Funko Pops. Let's show that other one. Chef Figment.
Ooh, he's ugly.
I wrote the article for this.
You wrote the article for this?
Yeah, when we did Food and Wine last year, I wrote this article.
That's hilarious because the Funko Pop, like the photos of Figment, were my photos, and that was the first time that like the website used my photos.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm like 95% sure I wrote that article. So
Oh my gosh, how funny!
I might have to go back. I might not have, but I think I did.
And it's such a weird thing because like I looked up like searching for all these photos.
Yeah.
I looked up Chef Figment. And like my Chef Figment Pop photo came out on Google, and I was just like, "How weird!"
I don't think I ever wrote a pop piece. Wrote many a Park Pal one.
Excuse me, we don't sell pops here, so I don't get to write pop pieces very often.
You guys don't, but we'll talk. After this about that.
All right, so Spencer,
totally
you
pay
wrote the
good money
article.
for
How
a
much do you
candy
think this
pop.
buddy is?
How much do you think it's worth now?
Well, he's ugly, so I would say 35.
Can we bring that up again?
For the record, Figment is not ugly. I just
Okay, it
don't
is a
like
two-digit.
the outfit he is in.
The little chef.
No,
It just doesn't
Figment is not
match.
ugly, but the chef outfit is not good, and I don't like how they designed Figment with the pop art. It just doesn't look right.
I'm saying I don't think it's worth that much.
Worth what much? You guys figure out a
I think
price.
35 is a good round
35?
number,
Yeah, I was
too.
thinking 32, so let's go 35.
35. Chat, is it higher or lower than 35?
Lower from Lauren DeWitt. Higher.
Probably lower, but it's okay. We can overbid on this.
Higher, lower. Please be lower, I want it. Lower, higher. Okay, we're kind of 50-50 on this. Okay, let's see. Let's see what Chef Figment is worth. Oh, 21. DLR, there we go, $21.
Well, okay then.
All right, let's see. Let's show another one on there.
Oh dear.
Ooh, Haunted Mansion Gus.
Ugh.
Oh, and this is a 3-digit one.
I don't want to be judgmental,
Ooh.
but like, who is spending this money on Funko Pop?
So you got to remember, it's not that people are spending the money. Well,
someone
obviously
is.
someone is to get this value, but this is not what people paid to buy it in park.
Yeah.
So if you guys are watching, this 3-digit number is what, like, if I had this pop and I wanted to sell it, this would be the estimate ballpark price that I would want to sell this for. So Gus is that 3-digit price there. So what do you think?
I think Mansion fans are usually crazy enough to pay stupid prices for things.
Okay.
So, considering we lowballed last time, I'm going to go on a limb and say 175.
I was going to say 150. So you want to say 160? 165?
165, yeah.
165.
Yeah. 165. Chat, higher or lower than 165?
Mansion fans will pay crazy amounts of money for stuff. I would not put it past them to make this a very high bid item.
That's true. Ghost in a jars.
You can get those Ghost in a jars for probably like $1 now.
Those were what, $50 when they came out though?
I think so. Oh, everyone's saying lower.
Oh.
Caitlin Stewart is the only one that said higher.
I got mine for $15.
DLR saying higher. Lauren higher. Nicole paid that $15 price. Good job. Good job, because we at least know it's over than 15. All right, let's see what Gus is worth. If I wanted to buy Gus right now. Ooh,
hey,
very nice.
Very close.
Go team. Very
nice. So everyone that said lower, yeah, guys, come on. Come on. Let's see. So we got Gus. Let's see who else we have here for Disney Park exclusive. Oh, so we got a Disney Park exclusive rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. Ooh. Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout.
I can't see this being worth a lot. Personally,
I was trying to think for a second, like, why Rocket was a Disney Parks exclusive. And then I was like, oh yeah, Mission Breakout's a thing.
Yep. So the only pop that is officially a Disney Park exclusive that has no Disney Park connection is the Inside Out Rainbow Unicorn. For some reason, that has been applied to the Disney Park exclusives, and it is not connected to anything.
Yeah.
I feel like Hot Topic or Box Lunch didn't feel like paying for it. Because that's normally where Disney exclusives go.
Yeah.
So Disney Parks picked it up. But yeah, that is the only one. Everything else is connected some way, somehow to a park.
Yeah.
To a park attraction, park, mascot, something like that. What do you guys think? People are giving you guys suggestions in the chat. 65, 35, 20.
I'm saying 30.
Really?
Yeah,
I was going to say, like, I mean, I guess it'll balance out because I was going to say, like, 25-ish. I don't think this is worth very much because I would imagine there's probably already been, like, 20 other rockets for the movies, I mean.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth very much.
One?
Okay. So you guys want to go for that 30 or you want to drop it 25?
You have a very good poker face, and I don't like it.
Oh, well, yeah.
Well, I can go with 25. I don't mind.
You think 25?
Yeah, I'll match Spencer.
All right. What do you guys think in the chat? Is it lower or higher than 25?
It's probably a good idea to never play poker or any other card game with Eric.
Oh, right?
We should play. Not with Pete, though. Pete plays poker.
He's so good. Like, he'll be like, Eric will be talking to me, and I'll, like, be like,
Like, you never know.
He's being so convincing.
Higher, lower, higher. High tower. High tower. Slightly higher.
Right now.
We got a slightly higher. Not a huge fan following, Nicole says. So let's see what that price is. Ooh.
Oh.
17.
I don't don't like this game.
So I will say these single
Jilly,
pops.
we were close. That was so close.
Yeah, these single pops at Disney parks usually retail for $15. So this has gained $2.
But what's fascinating to me is when you get down to the crux of it. It's made of the same material. The only thing different is that Rocket is not as popular as a half-sleeved Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And the price difference is astronomical.
It's astronomical. It's the fan base. It's the fan base
And
that
who
does
would
it.
have thought that after all these years, those indie fans would still be going hard? Respect. I
Right?
get it. I'm still more of an indie fan than a
Honestly,
Guardians fan, but I mean, not that much.
Not that much. I feel you. But yeah, no, honestly, it's the fact that just the fan base is there for one thing and not the other, you know? And honestly,
and this is why I knew that the Haunted Mansion people would pay a crazy price for that single pop.
Because
those Mansion fans are crazy.
Yeah, as soon as you get to like an indie is, I feel like, is a little different because indie has that like movie fan base as well. So you have the people that like the ride plus the people that like the movie, you know, trying to fight for that. Like other things like Haunted Mansion, as much as, you know, I'm not gonna say as much as I enjoy watching that movie when I have nothing to do, Haunted Mansion people, you know, no one's lining up to be like, oh yeah, give me an Eddie Murphy Funko Pop with the for sale sign and the Haunted Mansion like picture. Like no one wants that.
This is true.
No one's talking about like the movie.
But a Wallace Shawn one in his butler costume. I don't know. I might be on board for it.
I still feel like you're being too nice about the Haunted Mansion movie, but okay.
It's honestly, it's like Country Bears. The other day I was watching Country Bears, the movie.
Movie either.
You know what's
Say it again?
That's not a good movie either.
No, it's not.
You can't.
It's not at all. But it's a movie that I would at least like put on and just like have.
You know what's a good movie?
There is some movies that I would never even put on.
Tower of Terror is a good movie.
Like the Tower of Terror?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, no, I thought you were going to say that's a bad movie.
Oh no, it's so good.
Tower of Terror is a good one.
I love that movie, but also the ending always makes me cry.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm like, spoiler alert, I'm like, it was her party.
I'm
always crying.
Have you not seen it?
No, I've not seen it.
Oh my God, Spencer!
All those DVD videos are bad.
It's so good!
Okay, no, watch that one. Watch that one, Spencer.
I will send you I will go to the gift shop and buy it. Do they even sell the DVD there anymore?
I don't think if they sell it anymore.
Oh, rest in peace.
I'm not sure.
They used to. That
They
used to
did.
be, yeah. Because I have it. I also used to have
Is
a
it not on Disney
VHS
Plus?
copy that I recorded
If
on
I'm
Disney
not mistaken,
Channel.
it's not on Disney Plus. I did the exact same thing. Exact same thing. I had one of those TVs with the VHS like connected
attached to it. Yeah.
And I would just like when my shows would come on, just record it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, who didn't do that if you were a kid before like 2005?
Right. So we got some other Funko Pops. Let's see what else we got. Oh, okay,
Ooh,
red.
she fancy.
So if you guys did see, if you saw the marathon show, we had a red already on the game. The thing about this red, if you look at her dress, this one's like metallic.
Yeah.
It's a metallic one. So how much do you think the metallic one is worth?
55.
Yeah, you see
what
it?
are you doing, Ben?
It's like...
Ooh, look at that. Ooh,
It's
look
like
at
metallic.
her. What's her name?
You see
Where's
the
she
little
from?
shine on it?
Yves Saint Laurent.
What?
I don't know. I just named her designer.
I thought you said Laurent. Laurent's not here today.
I said, yeah, Laurent's not here today.
Laurent has the day off.
Laurent is cooking up some
Laurent has the day off
cheese
today.
souffle, pie and pudding, and en flambe.
She's not sitting at her desk today. So, Jilly said 50?
50.
Spencer, do you agree?
I
Do you
still
want to
don't
go?
think red is. Well, if I remember correctly, red wasn't very valuable, and I still don't think she'll be very valuable because people did not like her, and people generally still do not like her.
Even this one?
I think I can.
This one's like metallic.
I can count on one hand how many people I know who like genuinely like red.
I don't mind her.
I still don't think this is going to be very valuable. I'd say like 30, maybe.
Ooh, so you guys are
That's
totally
like the
like
most, I would imagine.
I like red. I don't have anything against her.
No, I mean price-wise. Sorry.
No, I know. I'm just saying.
But you have to think, like, what is everyone else going to value this character? Because we just talked about it. It's all about fan base, and there just isn't as much of a fan base here for Red. People who like pirates don't like Red very much. It's just the way it is.
But I feel like Red does have a little bit of a fan base among some, like, more female human beings.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Let's do this.
Think, like, how to pose this question.
Let's do this. Jilly said 50 or 55. Sorry.
I said 55.
55. Spencer, you're saying 30 or lower?
Yeah. 30.
30. So chat, I want you guys, instead of telling me higher or lower, I want you guys to tell me who's closer. Is it Jilly or Spencer? Where do you guys fall in this?
And remember,
Whose team are you in?
I'm in charge of some of the prizes for trivia night. You guys can either have fun things or bad things.
And I'm in charge of the Wix prize wall, so you can either get your prizes from the prize wall or not.
Don't listen to him, he's lying.
Dun dun dun.
If you want cool things on the prize wall, you will side with me.
Closer to 55. Spencer's closer, I think.
I think you're
Okay.
all crazy. Anyone who says that it's higher, it's closer to Jilly's is crazy.
All right,
let's
let's see. Let's see who's the crazy one. Oh!
Yes, yes!
22! Spencer is right. Because of the fact that the first Red didn't sell, I feel like, personally, this is what I feel like Disney and Funko did. They were like, well, that one didn't sell. We got a bunch more. Let's just, like, paint it metallic-y and maybe we can sell this one. No, didn't sell it either. That one did not sell either.
But you know, that's so weird because there's this company that sells a red shirt and it's always sold out. That's what I was thinking about.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm like, why does everyone want this shirt?
Maybe they have, like, low numbers? I don't know. But Spencer, you're taking that one. All right, let's do one more. Let's do one more. Let's do 10-inch.
Oh, wow.
10-inch Indiana Jones.
Oh, and I don't understand. And he's only 2 digits.
He's only 2 digits.
85.
This is what I don't understand either. Like,
I mean, he's not half naked. And I say
He's
half
not.
naked, like one arm is half naked.
There's one arm. I was just like, ooh.
scandalous. He's showing off that arm. How dare he?
He's not scantily clad.
Yeah, he's not. He's not.
It's simply not done in proper society.
But you got to remember, though. Here's the thing, and I'll tell you guys this before you, because I think this is the first 10-inch we're going into. I will tell you this: the regular size pops usually sell for $15.
Yes.
Usually sell for $15. They're usually, this big. How many boxes, this big can you have in your collection? And how many boxes this big, 10-inch that you can buy in your collection? He probably retailed for $40.
Okay.
I want to say he retailed about like $40. Because that's roughly what normal Funkos go, and then Disney hikes up the price just a little bit.
Yeah.
So I want to say at least around $40 is what you would buy him retail.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, after retail, did his price go up? Did it stay the same? Did it go lower?
This is the first time you've said this, so I don't know. Are you playing mind games with me, or are you trying to help me?
I'm trying to help both of you.
I hate this game.
I'm trying to help both of you.
so stressed.
Trying to help both of you.
You hate this game because you lost the last round.
Actually, the chat voted for me more than you, so I feel like in my heart of hearts I won.
Sure, that's how that works.
That's how it. I value the love of people over the winning of the game. That's what it's called, low self-esteem, Eric.
Oh, okay. So what do you guys think for this one?
Low self-esteem, Jilly.
How?
Oh God. You know, if we're gonna talk about Indiana Jones and how expensive the first one is, I feel like this one got more valuable too. I would say like 85. It's a big pop. People like Indiana Jones. That's been shown.
Okay.
85 seems pretty reasonable.
All right. Jilly?
I mean, I think I said 85 or 95 before.
Okay.
But you know what? I'm gonna do a wild card situation because at this point it doesn't really matter because I'm bad at it. And I'm gonna say this thing is worth 32.
32.
Jilly, what the heck?
I don't know.
She's going 32. Okay, chat. You guys have it again. Is it 32?
I know.
Who's closer, 32 or what did you say, Spencer? 80?
85.
85 or 32? Oh, people are going, 32, Jilly, probably about 50, Spencer, Jilly.
I know I'm wrong.
Spencer is way closer.
Yeah.
Jilly, I believe in you.
Thank you. Thank you. Someone should.
Okay, for the record, Jilly, I do believe in you too.
Thank you, Spencer.
You see? There we go. Well, you know what? Let's break this. Let's see. How much is that Indiana Jones pop worth?
Oh, wow.
49.
Jilly, you actually were closer.
54 Bam said probably about 50. Woo! Wow. But yes, Jelly's taking that one.
How unvaluable that is.
Jelly's taking that one. You know what? It was a tiebreaker. Ben, can we throw up another Haunted Mansion one up in there?
No.
This is gonna be the tiebreaker.
I was living on a high.
Yeah, this one's high too. Phineas has a 3-digit.
Now I forgot what Ezra was worth.
I think we did Gus.
We did Gus. Sorry.
Gus was worth 170, wasn't it?
175 according to the chat.
Adam, what type of tie is this? It's a fun tie. Or actually, you know what? No, it's a bow tie, because I'm wearing a bow tie later on tonight. It's a bow tie. That's what type of tie it is, Adam. A bow tie. But yeah, 3 digits. What do you guys think? You got some guesses in the chats. You got 175.
149.
149, says Jilly. You got
I think that with how insane Gus was, I think Phineas is more popular than Gus.
Okay.
I think I'd put him at like 195.
195.
Yeah.
Do you want to change yours, or are you good?
I'm good.
You're good?
I don't know what's anything anymore.
Jilly, oh, you look distressed. I feel bad now.
You don't want to go with DZ Studios and DLR? They're saying 999?
If this were, I like that joke, but if that was worth that, I think I'd go jump off somewhere and be like, are there people who are actually paying $999 for this?
Okay, let's see.
Are there people who are really paying $250 for a mini diorama of Tokyo Disneyland from 2003? Yes, because that person is Tom. There are people who will buy this crap, and it's very surprising.
Chat, what do you guys think? Who's closer? Is it Jilly or is it Spencer? There's room for more money. There is, DZ. There is.
There's always room for more money.
Oh, Jilly, Spencer. There's no turning back now. Spencer,
There's
Jilly.
no turning back
Looks like there's a lot of Spencers.
Spencer knows his gifts. Yeah.
Oh, what were your prices again?
$149.
$149.
$195.
$195, Karen.
What the? Did you just call me Karen?
No, Karen in the chat was asking.
Oh. Like, what? I'm so offended right now.
No, Karen in the chat's
I know
asking.
I complain a lot, but jeez.
Yes, we love you, Karen. All right, let's see. Let's see what this guy's worth. Phineas, $135.
Oh, I was closer.
You were. Total opposite of what Spencer said. Spencer said that he might have been more popular, and apparently he's not.
More popular.
Oh. He is not. He is not. No, I like
Ben,
this.
how dare you? You're supposed to be on my side here.
Yeah, bros before
Jillies.
Bros
Jillies.
before Jillies. Don't finish that sentence. Don't finish that sentence.
So the cool thing about like Disney Park exclusive Funkos, like they always come out with something.
Yeah.
They always come out with something. They like Spencer said though, there's none based on anything from like Tokyo.
Yeah.
Or like other parks besides the US parks.
Yeah.
Like anything at least original that comes from like Tokyo or Hong Kong or something like that.
Yeah.
So what would you guys like both of you aren't even Funko fans.
Yeah.
You know, kind of thing. You guys aren't Funko fans, but you're park fans.
Yes.
And, you know, as park fans, we always just like more merch based on, you know, park, you know, stuff. So what would you guys love to see made, like Disney Park exclusive, for Funko?
I have
like
multiple answers.
As do I.
Yeah, if you have multiple, then yeah.
Well, to just piggyback off of my love of Tower, I would love a Sally Shine Funko Pop.
Okay, very
Yes.
specific.
Yeah, very specific.
Okay.
I love Sally Shine. Yeah, I mean, you could do the other people, but they're not as own, like Miss Partridge.
Uh-huh.
But I remember the little sister from Boy Meets World played Sally Shine in the movie.
did.
And I just think, oh, she's just so adorable. I think it would be fun.
Yeah.
And obviously, you did the Dapper Dance. I think it's only right for us to get a Citizens of Hollywood Funko Pop series. Imagine a tiny Evie Starlight. She would be beautiful.
So, like, well, are you done with?
I'm done.
Who else would you like to see?
Oh, no, those
are the only ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Because yes, I have been thinking for a while, because I've been working on a custom pop of myself that I want to put.
Oh, cool.
Like I found a really good Funko Pop head. He wears glasses and everything, so I don't even need to find glasses. And I just want to use that head and put him on like different bodies, so like a Buzz Lightyear and like stuff like that. But then on Instagram, like I follow these people and they do some amazing work of like custom made like Funkos. And it's essentially just like taking, you know, like this body and putting like this head and maybe like accessories and stuff like that. And I thought for a little bit, I'm like, what Citizens of Hollywood can I, like characters can I make just like mixing and matching like bodies and heads and stuff like that.
But they have such intricate outfits.
They do.
Especially the
so
girls,
definitely
the
it would be like
headwear.
it would be like painting and like maybe like modeling like clay or something like that. But that would be such a fun thing.
Allison in the chat said that she wants a family set of the Carousel of Progress.
Ooh.
Which is genius.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Specifically, I want the daughter. I mean, I feel like if they were going to do it of the daughter, they'd do it in the last scene with her little ski boots and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But I would want her...
No, I want to see the daughter either as the Statue of Liberty or on like that 20s exercise machine.
Oh
with
my
the,
gosh, yeah.
with
That
the
would be
little
fun
waistband
too.
face.
My favorite scene is, Father, I'm indecent, as she's wearing more clothes than I am currently.
Yes.
Also, Ben said Joe Rohde could have interchangeable earrings.
Can you imagine a whole like Imagineer line? That would be so
like
fun.
Yeah, like a Tony Baxter line. That'd be cool.
Yeah. That would be such a cool one.
There's a few. because we have several original characters. I'd love to see, like, piggybacking off of Jilly a little bit, I would love to see a Shiriki Utundu Funko Pop from our Tower of Terror. Like, with the big scary face holding the staff, like...
Yup.
By the way, I discovered that Tower of Terror t-shirt that I wear, just whole side note, I discovered that his eyes and smile light up, like, glow in the dark when I came home into my apartment. I looked down, I'm like, oh my god! And the eyes and the teeth just, like, light up like he's disappearing, and it's glow in the dark.
That's
really
cool.
Anyway, total side note on that. I would also love to see Sinbad and Chandu from Sinbad's Storybook Voyage, because Chandu is our king.
Yes. That's what Karen said. Karen put Chandu. Yeah.
Also, Duffy Funkos would be really cool. Like having like a Duffy and a Shelly May and a Gelatoni.
Yeah,
and those
that
other
would
ones
be.
that nobody cares about.
And a Cookie Ann?
That would be actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that nobody cares about.
I would love to see an Albert. Karen put Albert as well.
Albert, yeah.
Oh.
Albert would be good. I had one more idea. What was it? The lava monster in Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Yes.
That would make a really cool.
Oh my gosh. That would be so cool.
Yeah.
DLR says the Small World Hippo.
Oh, that would be cool.
That'd be so cute. The small...
Ooh. The Country Bears. Why is there no Country Bear Funko Pop set?
I have no idea. I want a Big Owl so bad.
Henry
I want a Trixie
Big
Sinclair.
Owl, and like the little bear holding his little teddy bear.
Yeah. The little triplets they can do as like a three pack. Like, ooh.
Like a Bunny, Bubbles, and Beulah one.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be so good. We should get a Country Bear Funko set.
I'm amazed. I'm amazed they haven't done Country Bears yet.
You know, that song is one of the only songs that is in English in the Japanese version.
Heart, we did all that we could.
Like,
yeah.
You'll hear her singing that, and then Henry compliments her in Japanese, and she does like the cute little Japanese voice, like, "Arigato, Henry!" And it's so like this weird contrast.
Oh, I love it's so like undertoned dirty that show that I love it. I'll find me a ladder and be right up.
So many innuendos in that show. Oh my god. You know, if he was still around, like if he hadn't left 5 years ago, I think Push the Talking Trash Can Funko would be interesting.
That would have been a good one. Yeah.
That would have been a good one. Like 5 years ago.
DZ says Harrison Hightower. I would love that. I'd love any of the C members.
Take a Harrison Hightower.
Oh, you know who I want? Oh, I want the girl who works in the lab in Spaceship Earth with her yellow tights and her go-go boots and her afro.
Oh
I want her.
Such like iconic, such an iconic character that would be like, yeah.
Ooh, I don't buy Funko Pops, and I'd buy that within seconds.
Yes.
You
What's
know who
her name?
I want a Timekeeper and Nine-Eye Funko Pop set.
Ooh.
That'd be really cool.
That would be a good one. They go from Big
like
Thunder.
A retro attraction series.
The kid selling the newspaper.
Yes, Latin Duchess.
We finally see his face.
Oh my gosh. No, that's the thing. In the box, like it'll be facing the wrong way.
He has no face.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Is there a Dreamfinder Funko?
There is not. That's one that I would love to see as well.
I'd also like to see Dreamfinder in general.
Well,
just in Disney parks.
Yeah, no. They do.
Let's see.
They do the attraction like like the Jungle Cruise one that you guys saw. They do the attraction vehicles and like a character. Disney and Funko love to do Toy Story. They love to do Toy Story. Like they have a bunch of Toy Story Funko Pops. And normally those attraction ones, they're called rides. They're called Funko Pop rides. Normally those go for about $40. I've said I'd take 50, maybe 55 if they give me the Toy Story Mania one.
Yeah.
Because it's a two-seater, like two-sided. I would love to see like a Woody on one side and a Buzz on the other or something like that. I'm like, you give me that, I'll pay for it, you know, like.
Or a blue stretch limo with Joe Perry and Steven Tyler.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Fun fact, Aerosmith was my first concert.
Can we get a Dr. Grant Seeker and an Aladar pair, like, for Dinosaur?
Yeah.
Oh no, I want the guy who says a lot. And then that knockoff Sigourney Weaver. She has a name, I don't remember.
Flight of Passage, because I still haven't been on that ride. There's another doctor for Flight of Passage.
It's the one that's
I think, yeah.
Sigourney Weaver, but not Sigourney Weaver. But so obviously that like the casting call for that character was
dude.
Looks like Sigourney Weaver.
Yes.
The doctor dude in Flight of Passage looks like Sigourney Weaver. He's a guy.
Oh,
No,
not him.
no, not him.
Dr. Jackie Ogden.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh.
Not
What's
that
the name
guy.
of the main doctor in Flight of Passage? I still haven't been on that ride.
Oh, Nico, a Banshee Funko would be cool. Yeah.
Banshee Funko, yeah, that would be cool.
Ben's not sure if he has a name. He said,
I thought
"Oh,
there
the
was
other
a
guy.
name
Does
for
he
that
have a name?" Michael, a limo with Drew Carey.
Oh, God.
Yes!
Funny.
Oh my God, Dr. Stevens.
Can we get just like... Oh, yeah. Can we just get like a generic great movie ride cast member costume Funko Pop? Like, oh, actually, imagine a Funko series of cast costumes.
Oh yeah,
I like
the
that.
Tower of Terror cast costume, the Great Movie Ride cast costume, like all these really good cast costumes as Funko Pops.
That would be cool. Karen, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice, and you tagged me and everything. Karen said a Disney duck with a Mickey ear hat. That would be fun.
Aww.
That'd be so cute.
Oh, you know what I would
picked
like?
up by an angry, unruly guest.
That'll be us when we're picking up the pops.
I would like a Daisy in our costume from Dino Bash, like her little fashion costume.
That's honestly like
with her sunglasses.
So I'm not a Daisy fan, but that is the only Daisy that I really enjoy.
I love that.
Like her outfit's such a
and she's
good
always
outfit.
so sassy. I have a picture of her where she's like, and it's like my favorite photo of her.
Oh man. Well, no, that's cool, guys.
We used to do Vinylmations like for a year or two, and during one of our anniversaries, we got a Tokyo Disneyland 30th anniversary Mickey Vinylmation that I had to buy for Tom, and I think it'd be really cool if we do like all these big anniversary outfits for all the main characters every 5 years. What if we got that as Funko Pops? Because they're like these really elaborate outfits. And I think it'd be really cool to like immortalize that like as a Funko Pop. That'd be fun.
Yeah. There's I can't say much. I actually can't say much. But there's a Funko coming out real soon. I just thought about it, like I said it, and then I was like, oh, I can't say this, but I've already said something. There's a Funko coming out for some big anniversary that's happening or just happened or something like that.
Will you tell me when we're off the air?
Oh, so I want to know what makes you guys... So, it's we're back. So I want to know from you guys in the chat, what makes you guys geeks? What do what makes you a geek? Are you just a Disney geek? Are you a geek of like just everything? Like what makes you guys geeks? I want to know. I want to know what you guys think too. Like what makes you guys geeks? I'll go first. I'll let you guys think a little bit,
Okay.
I really just like everything. Like, if you think of geek culture...
I just like everything.
You think of geek culture, I love, like, playing board games. I love, video games. I love Disney, cosplaying, collecting. Like, there's so many things that I really enjoy that that there's been like a what is that? What's that word? Like a resurgence. Is that the word that I'm thinking about? Maybe not. I'm probably not saying that right. I'm 99% sure that I'm not saying that right. But yeah, like there's this like it's been a thing, you know, recently in the past few years that it's okay to be a geek, you know, kind of thing, and it's such a weird thing to me to think, you know, that there was once a problem with being like yourself, you know, kind of thing. Like it's such a weird thing to me.
It's still a problem today.
well, yes.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's become more mainstream.
Yeah.
It's become more mainstream that there's TV shows about specific things that would have never been, you know, TV shows for everyone to watch at one point or another. Like YouTube has been a big platform for this as well, and being able to just show and showcase these different things. There's TV shows, there's, you know, web series and stuff like that of just like video games, just playing video games, playing board games, you know, and what that essentially just means, you know, of just sitting around with your friends, with your family, and just playing board games, just having fun, you know, getting to know everyone, just talking it out, which is such a cool thing. But I'm gonna show you guys a picture. This is one of my pictures that I chose to show you guys of what makes me a geek. I love Pixar. When Toy Story came out, I was 5 years old. That was also pretty much, if I'm not mistaken, pretty much the year that my parents also got divorced. And Toy Story was such a big thing for me at the time. That I just love Toy Story. I love Pixar. I love the fact that like Pixar changed the game, not only in the animation but also of, you know, like adults watching animated movies was like okay, because there was subjects, there was heartbeat in behind these characters that other studios just weren't doing. That you know, it's something, it's incredible to think back and to really just like see all these amazing characters that we've grown to love and be able to pick and choose, you know, these memories that we have. But it's amazing. Like I technically kind of grew up pretty much with Andy.
Yeah.
Like when Toy Story 3 came out, I was already out of high school and already in college kind of thing, but it was that time and point that it was like, okay, like time to grow up, you know, like all these things. And pretty much what Andy did in that movie of like giving up, you know, his childhood possessions, you know, kind of thing, to someone that could go on and enjoy these things. But secret, I didn't. But it brings me to my second photo, and I told you guys I'd show you this photo a little bit later. And yeah, like besides the fact that it's the Pizza Planet truck, which is, I have to say, probably one of my favorite vehicles, my favorite like movie vehicles. I love the DeLorean, love the Batmobile. There's so many different movie vehicles. But like my Funko Pops, like I love taking out my Funko Pops and taking photos of them. I used to take my Funko Pops out to Disney parks. I have a really cool picture, and not cool because I took it, but like I actually really do think it was a cool picture. Like if anyone else would have done it, I would have been like, wow. But it's Flick. It's the Funko Pop of Flick, and he has his little backpack and his little leaf little visor. And I took a picture in front of the Tree of Life in one of the walking trails.
Yeah.
So it's like you see Flick, and then right behind them you see the whole thing of the Tree of Life. And as soon as I can find that photo, because for some reason I can't find it, I'll show it to you guys. We'll post it on Geekly Kingdom's Instagram page for you guys to see. But yeah, for some reason I can't find it. But I love it. I love being able to you know, take my pops out take photos of them and stuff like that. My dad's a big collector as well, and I think I got it from him. My dad collects Pepsi products, like old Pepsi things. My brother collects things as well. So it was just one of those things that, just kind of grew with me, and I was able to like home in on what I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
And like I just like to be surrounded and sharing, these things that I enjoy, that I've gotten to the point that I've realized other people enjoy this just as much and sometimes even more than what I do. Like Jilly. When Jilly and I first met, I did not know that she loves the citizens of Hollywood as much as I do.
Yeah.
And like it's one of those things that it's like, I used to go all the time to the parks, just watch the citizens of Hollywood, and then leave. And then to think that I was not like the only one that would do that was so cool to like know. But Jelly, like what do you think? What makes you a geek?
A geek? Well, just like adding on to that, I think at the end of the day, like being a geek isn't just liking like sci-fi and stuff like that, like the generic meaning of that term, but I think it's just anything you're very passionate about. You can be a geek for, and I think on top of just loving Disney in general, and specifically the parks, I mean, I love the films and I love everything, but specifically just going to the parks has always been something I'm very passionate about that some people don't understand, and like I can't explain it to you. Like if you don't have that feeling, it's just something you can't explain. Like if someone asks me like, why do you do that so much? I'm like, I love it. Like I can't explain it to you. But other than that, something that I've always been very passionate about, which is weird, and it kind of plays into the citizens of Hollywood, is I love classic Hollywood. Films, actresses, my entire like DVD collection at home is just movies from like the 30s till now. I'm a very, very big Judy Garland fan, very big Joan Crawford fan, Clark Gable, and so that's kind of, and a lot of people, you don't meet a lot of people nowadays who are big fans of that kind of genre and understand that, and I often find myself talking to like older people who were like around when those movies were being made, but and that's why I love the citizens of Hollywood, and that's why when I was younger, Disney's Hollywood, MGM at the time, now Disney's Hollywood Studios, was always my favorite park because I felt like I was walking into my favorite thing. Gotcha. This old Hollywood feeling, and that's why I'm so passionate about the citizens of Hollywood, because it's that last like grain of sand left of some place that once made me feel like I was surrounded by this thing that I absolutely loved. But yeah, I just love. I talk to Wolf all the time about, and he's never seen any of these movies, and I'm like giving him full synopsis,
which is great though.
I'm like, you got to watch Easter Parade because this is what happens, and there's this one scene, and like I'm just like going on and on trying to pass off DVDs on to him.
Easter Parade's a good movie though, so
it's a great movie. And I even had like I don't use it anymore, but I actually made like a YouTube channel a couple of years ago where I would talk about things from the days of old Hollywood, whether it be scandals or making of films or relationships and stuff. And it was so great to see people actually like respond to it and were interested in it. And it's great when you find that like a group, because it makes you feel less alone.
Yeah.
Which I think is what every person who considers themselves a geek wants, is to find other people that don't make them feel as weird or crazy. And that normalizes it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's great about it not being such a bad thing to be a geek anymore, because more people are realizing.
Yeah, that it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay to like things.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point that it's like it's okay to like things, and you're not the only one.
Yeah. Like I know, like my sister, for instance, she doesn't really understand when I'm like very passionate about things, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry you don't like things. I'm like, what a sad life. She doesn't watch this. She won't know I said it.
Oh man. Spencer, what do you think? Do you consider yourself a geek?
Yeah, if any other reason than because I love Disney parks more than any other healthy person should, as most of us who work here do. I grew up going to these parks, but the difference for me is I didn't live in Florida or California. I wasn't a local.
Yeah.
So I would go back to Arizona and to Oklahoma, and people would look at me like I'm crazy because none of them had ever gone to Disney, and some of them never will. I was never around in that like pseudo Orlando LA bubble where going to Disneyland or going to Disney World was like kind of a normal thing to do. So just in general, finding other people who, there's always people around who like they love Disney movies and they can tell you everything about every Disney movie. People don't understand the parks as much. And so when I tell people like, oh, I love the parks, people even here, they're still like, huh? You know, like why? What? Don't you like the movies? I'm like, of course I like the movies, but I like the theme parks more. And they're like, why? And I have to go into the whole explanation, and it takes forever. As I'm sure, like we all know that explanation. We've all tried to have that conversation with people when they're like, why do you like going to Disney World so much? You know?
Yeah.
But like going to these parks has been a part of me for a very long time. My dad and I still have an analog picture. My dad and I had to go, or went every couple of, I'm trying to find a place where this doesn't reflect. My dad and I would go every couple of years. There we go. My dad and I would go every couple of years. This is me when I was 4 for Christmas, where there was still the wand at Epcot, which, because of my childhood, I have fond memories of, even though it's hideous. You know, we would go to Disney World every year, 2 years. And in between, there would be nothing else I would talk about. When my dad got remarried, I was 9 years old. He wasn't 9, thank God. I was 9 years old. And his new wife was like, wow, your kid talks about Disney a lot. And it was actually to the point where she forced him to exclude me from a trip to Disney when I was 9 because she thought that I had gone too much. And that I was going to ruin it for her kids.
She doesn't sound very fun.
She was not sad. She was not fun. She was sad. She got divorced from him a year later. Good riddance.
Judgmental.
But, you know, ever since then, there's nothing more that I've loved than going to Disney. And it's... Like I said, a lot of you guys, you know, you grew up in Orlando or LA and you're used to being able to go whenever you want because that's just how it's always been. I've only had that for the past year and a half where I've been living in Tokyo and I can just take the train down to Tokyo Disneyland whenever I want, you know? It's still this new phenomenon for me. And going back to it being acceptable to like things, it took so long for me to find groups where I was accepted and encouraged and was able to be really truly open and have like actual intelligent discussions with other people about Disney.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes me a geek is there's so many things that I love and that I can tell you every single detail about, but there's nothing more than Disney for me that I can like spend days on end talking.
Yeah.
I promise you, like if I didn't sleep, I'd probably spend like 3 days straight just talking about everything.
Yeah.
You know, I like other things that we'd be considered stereotypically geeky. I like Star Wars. I like Marvel. I like computer-y things. I don't have like deep encyclopedic knowledge about all these things, but I enjoy them probably more than a lot of people do. And it just comes down to accepting and finding those communities where you're able to not only have your passion accepted, but allow it to grow and mix with other people and discover new things. Like, I always have loved park music. Like I listen to area loops like a lot of us do whenever I'm working. And about a year ago, I found this group of people who started educating me about other stuff in the Disney park audio field. And then I started looking into more of it. And it really drove me to the point where now I'm studying to become an audio producer.
Nice.
Like I want to work in a recording studio and mix these kinds of things.
Yeah.
It really, I know I'm going on like 5 different tangents, but it all ties together, I swear.
Yeah, man.
I think that's what it is for me. And Ben has another picture that's kind of shown how my Disney has endured. I'm not like a huge Duffy super fan, but I wear the gelatoni ears and I'll go meet Duffy if the line isn't 2 hours long. And
He's so
it just,
fluffy.
you know, it's about keeping that inner child in you.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I have always held myself like really seriously my whole life, and my parents will tell you that. But when I'm at Disney, I don't feel like I have to be like really serious and like try to hold this image of myself, you know? I feel like I could be loose and just be like having fun like a kid.
Yeah, definitely. Going back to your picture though, real quick. You're tall.
Yeah, wasn't it? Or Duffy
I'm 5'10"
short.
and a half.
Like I guess because we've
Duffy
never
is like
met.
the same,
Yeah, I've always pictured Spencer to be
Duffy's
short.
the same height as Mickey.
We've never
Duffy's
met
the
like
same height as Mickey. I'm 5'10" and a half or 5'11", depending on the shoes I'm wearing.
we've never met face to face, you know, person to person, and I can't wait until we get to do that. But looking at that photo, I was just like, oh my gosh, wait a minute.
Tom only clears me by a couple of inches. Like, I almost chose a photo of Mickey where I had to, like, crouch down to meet his height. It was like me crouching down, like, awkwardly giving a thumbs up, and I'm like, that doesn't look very good.
No, I feel you. That's hilarious, though. And yeah, Jilly didn't get to share her photos, so let's...
I forgot about them.
Let's show some Jilly photos.
Yeah, I think that was, like, the week I moved down here.
Jilly's short.
I was bending down. I'm 5'7". No.
That's hilarious.
I was
Why
little.
every Jillian I've ever met has been like 5'6" to 5'10". Like they're always tall. Every Jillian is always tall, and I don't know why.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I am actually the shortest in my family.
Oh yeah.
I come from a bunch of tall people.
Let's show that next photo though, because
The next photo is me and my love. That's Evie Starlight.
Hey.
Oh, look at us.
She looks fun.
Oh yeah,
she is fun.
But yeah,
I still know that like when I come to Orlando, you all are gonna drag me down to Hollywood Studios and make me sit there for like 3 hours
You know
watching
it.
the citizens of.
Oh yeah.
We'll only take a break to get like food to bring out to the curb so we can sit and eat it and continue watching.
Oh man. But you guys in chat are sharing with us as well, you know, what makes you guys geeks. I see, you know, you guys love the parks. You guys love cosplaying. Someone said.
I'm so excited because this year they were gonna I was gonna do Disney Halloween and I was going to cosplay as park characters because we get to dress up in like full costumes all day during our Halloween, and they just canceled Halloween because of COVID-19.
I know.
And I'm really upset about that. I wanted to dress up. I had ideas. I was ready, and I'm very upset.
That rhymes.
I would love to see all of that, man.
Halloween and COVID-19.
No, don't say that.
We can rhyme something with that.
Thank you, Jilly.
Oh yeah, we can. Jot that down. Jot that down for you.
You got so mad, and I was
For
like,
you,
"You're just
you can jot
saying,
that down.
all right, Halloween."
But yeah, like, you know, if it's doesn't matter what you guys are into, you know, if it's anime, if it's Disney, if it's Star Wars, if it's
Star Trek.
I
had to explain 7 of 9 to Wolf the other day.
She did. I'm not a Trekkie. I'm not a Star Wars-y? I don't know what it's called.
I think they're just called Star Wars fans.
Just a Star Wars fan?
Just a Star Wars fan. Okay.
Star Warsy.
Like the Trekkies get like a special thing, but for Star Wars fans, just like, oh, they're Star Wars fans.
Oh, you must be a warzy.
It's like your Star Trek wars with your Gandalfs and your Voldemorts.
Well, exactly. If you guys are into Harry Potter, doesn't matter. We want you guys to know that this is a safe place for you guys to talk about anything you guys want to. And yes, our shows are mostly Disney. That is what we share, all of us together collectively, us on the show and you guys as viewers. But we want to know what you guys are into, so feel free always to let us know. We're gonna start dropping a little bit more questions for you guys to answer on our Instagram. So if you guys don't follow us on Geekly or at Geekly Kingdom. You guys can follow us right there. We'll be throwing out some more questions so you guys can just share with us a little bit more about you guys, because that's what we want to know about. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining us today on our episode of Geekly Kingdom. I want to thank my co-host, Jilly.
Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show.
I also want to thank our man, Spencer.
Thanks for watching. I just got a text that my desk is coming in an hour, and I'm very upset.
Oh! I want to also
right
thank...
after the show.
Right after the show. But hey, I want to thank our man in the chair, Ben. Thank you so much for everything you did.
Thank you, Ben.
Ben.
And don't forget, guys, tonight at 9... Is it 9? Tonight at 9, we have the RPG. WDWRPG is happening tonight at 9. I know we have some people in the chat very excited for this. I am as well. Myself and Jilly will be there. We'll be there for the RPG. This will be Jilly's first RPG.
I'm very scared. I don't know what I agreed to. Really, I don't know what I agreed to.
This is why when Tyler
You don't.
asked me, I said no.
But it's gonna be fun. And actually, I have a correction for our Geekly Trivia, because last week, or last episode, and I believe I said the exact same thing on our marathon show. I said that our trivia is going to be on the 8th, and that is completely wrong. It's a week before that, actually. It's going to be on August 1st. So you can expect Geekly Trivia on August 1st, which is our next show. Next week we have WDWNT Plays. I'm not sure what Scott's going to be doing, but I bet he's going to be playing some cool games. I love watching that. I always watch him just in like the backgrounds. I'm in the shadows watching, but I always love it. He's been playing Pokemon. He's been playing Epic Mickey 2. Really great things, and I can't wait to see what else he has cooked up for us for WDWNT Plays. But yeah, guys, again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys real soon.